Good afternoon, everybody. It's Yvié Sunflower here. Well, this afternoon I'm going to do something a little bit different, something relaxing, and it's something I learnt years ago and I really enjoyed doing it, and it's painting on journals or diaries or notebooks, whatever. And it's I'm going to be painting it with a black base of I've got here of I think it's Jo Sonja's. And then I've got a selection of the Jo Sonja iridescent paints, which use such a minimal amount. I've had these for donkey's years and I've been using them every year. And then I'll finish off with the Jo Sonja's gloss. But it will take a bit of time, so I'll just join the videos together. So I've got here, I've just got a little visual art diary, and it's made of, it's plastic actually, the coating, the back one's cardboard. So what I'm going to do first, move those out of the way. I've got some other little pieces that I've made with resin in moulds, and I've used leftover bits of colour and white paste, butterfly wings, sunflower, another flower, and I can decorate my journal with these as well after I finish painting. See, so I could pop on a sunflower, another flower, or I've also got a dragonfly here that I've made with resin as well that could be added on. All sorts of bits and pieces. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. It's just something very simple. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to paint these white items here. I'm going to paint them black first because I can then use the iridescent paints on top of them. So, okay, so straight away we'll get into it. And the first thing I'm going to do is paint, even though it's a black cover, it's got writing on. I want to cover that up, and I just want to give this something to stick to. So I'm just using straight paint here from the Jo Sonja's range, straight over the cover itself. And it won't take long to dry. I'm just going to paint over that as well, in case I decide to paint that border. Oops, I should have done that. Okay, and I'm going to do that now so I don't paint over all the pages, and then I can paint the edge. Okay, so that's the black base painted. So we'll just, that's right, I was going to paint these items as well. So I'll paint the little sunflower, just get in the crevices. It needs to, for these iridescent paints to work, it has to be a black background, something very dark for, and it's spectacular. They're so multicolored, they're just gorgeous. I'm going to paint the back as well, so that if I miss a bit, you won't see. Anyway, you get the drift. So I'm just painting these items black. Probably should have gloves on, but typical me. At least this stuff washes off easy. Right, that's the sunflower painted. I'm now going to paint the butterfly wings. The book cover will be covered in iridescent colours, and when I put this on, those colours will shine through the lacework on the butterfly wings, which I think will look stunning. So we'll see how that goes. That's one. Oopsie. Sorry, my camera's at a strange angle. I haven't put the frame that holds it back up yet, and I've still got lots of students' work all around me. This is the only spot I can find where I can fit in a little project. So once again, the other butterfly wing. dry. And okay, so we've got the sunflower here. Okay, just put that there. And now I'm going to paint the other flower. I'm not sure what kind of flower this is. Not sure at all, but it's quite pretty. And I thought, well, once I've painted it black, all the different colours will pick up on the tips of the flower petals. Just need a little bit more black. Paint around the edges. Hope everyone's having a nice day today. I believe it's we've got so much rain falling in Queensland and New South Wales that it's flooding everywhere. That's Australia. 1 minute it's on fire, next minute it's flooding. We haven't got that problem down here in Tasmania, which is a state of Australia, although some people forget that. Originally it was joined to the mainland of Australia, but many, many years ago the little chunk came away, which was originally known as Van Diemen's Land and now known as Tasmania, or Tassie to us locals. Okay, so that's them painted black. I will leave that now, wash my hands and come back when it's dry. Okay, the black is dry now, and here are my Jo Sonja iridescent paints. It's hard to tell the colours there, and that's all you're going to need. You just need a dab. And what we're going to do is just a little dab, and I'm just going to place it in like, I'll bring that up so you can see now. I'm just going to place that in like little rectangle shapes. If it's white, you've got it too thick, like that one. It's sort of going to create like a LED lighting effect, because after all this is done and the whole page is covered with colour, I will then be outlining them and doing, okay, so that was a pink, this one's a blue, and so this is what I'm just doing. I'm going through it. I'm just doing dabs. I mean, I've put too much paint out here on this palette. Much too much paint. So you can see how long this lasts. I would have made at least 50 of these over the years. Next colour, I think this one's gold. And if you overlap, it changes the colour, of course. And you see the colours there now. You see how bright they are. They're just so beautiful. Okay, now I'll try another one. I think this one's oh, it's a different blue. Just pop in them anywhere at all. Have I used all the colours? Not sure. What's that one? Oh no, I've got like a green here. As I say, it's hard to see it because it's like white. All the different colours on there. The idea is not to have any gaps. Let me see, just have a little look. It's hard to see upside down. There's my chickens out there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is actually do some just in a different direction. Just because I can, and why not? Okay, a bit more pink. See, it's just sort of zigzag everywhere. What else have I got? Oh, maybe a bit of gold. Okay, now I don't know if you can see that really well. I'll bring it up close to you. Okay, you can see all the colours there. When that dries, I'm actually going to, as I say, go around each little bit of colour with some of the black, with a very fine detailing paintbrush, and turn it into like a gold, a lead light look. It looks very effective when it's finished. Okay, it doesn't look very much there. You can see that took no skill whatsoever. So, okay, so I'm going to leave that now to dry. Just make sure I've got no black really left. All right, and you can see I didn't even use all those little dobs of paint. So I'm just going to touch up if I've got any spots anywhere. Just with a bit of gold, because gold's beautiful, isn't it? Goes anywhere. Okay, so now I have completely covered that. It looks as if there's nothing here, but there is. There's colours, not until the light hits it. So be rest assured there is. I'll put a bit of gold there. Okay, so we will let that dry and come back. Okay, the front cover is now dry. You can see the iridescent colours there now. And with that little bit of leftover paint, I actually did put some of the iridescent colours on the sunflower, the other flower, and on the wings of the butterfly. As you can see there, glowing in the sun. Okay, I might just block some of this sun off because it's going right across me here. Just there, I think that's a bit better. Sorry about me, I look terrible. It's my day off today, so I don't bother doing much with myself, as you can tell. Alright, so I've just got a lovely fine brush here, and I'm going to do a little bit of outlining now. I'll just do a little bit, show you, and the rest I'm going to enjoy painting while I'm sitting watching the TV tonight. So just a little bit of paint. And we just go around the shapes. Some of these I've done in triangles, circles, hearts. Can you see what I'm doing there? Just just emphasising the different shapes, and it's so very relaxing. I mean, even though I put on sort of rectangular shapes to start, they might not end up rectangular. So I just love it. It's really a soothing artwork to do. I might make the next one triangles, I think, because I particularly love the triangles. Okay, so you can see how that is coming along there, and see how it picks up the different colours. And once this is gloss coated, oh my goodness, it is beautiful. I put quite a few coats on just to emphasize. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do on the whole thing. So I'll stop now and I'll come back and show you when it's finished. Okay, I'm back now. Actually, that only took me 10 minutes. You can see what I've done, even though I put it on in like little square rectangles where I've overlapped. I've then split the colours up and made them all different shapes. It's a shame the sun's gone in because it's spectacular. So all I've got to do now is gloss coat it. Okay, I've now applied the varnish and it goes on. Oh, I think some of my black was a little bit wet. I'm impatient. I'll just have to wipe some of that off. Okay, but yes, I just will. Hang on a second. I'm going to do one now with triangular shapes. So I'm just going to go around these 3 sizes and then just make it up as I go along. And this time I'll be more patient and wait until all my outlining is dry before I put the gloss on. Around the outside of these with gold to start with. Okay, so there's some triangular shapes on there. I'll probably add more as I go along. Now I'll fill them in with different colours. Okay, I've now completed filling in the triangles, and I'll just wait for that to dry, and then I'll go around with the black to frame each section. There we are. I've completed doing the triangles. I kept them with the gold and then outlined in black and did some of them underneath others and on top of others, and that's the iridescent paints from Jo Sonja. So all I've got to do tomorrow now, when it's dry completely, is to put a gloss finish on it. So I'll show you that tomorrow. Morning everybody. Just thought I'd like to show you my little books that I painted the covers on. This is the one I did yesterday. I've just got to put a gloss on it. There's a bit of gloss on the top and not on the rest. If you remember, I put it on a bit too early and the black wasn't dry down the bottom, so I've got to put some more gloss down here, and I stuck on, just while the gloss was wet, stuck it on there with gloss, the butterfly and the sunflower. So I'm just going to add a bit more gloss on that one. This is the one I finished painting last night. But I outlined in gold, but then outlined the gold in black on either side as well. I love that one too. So all that needs to be done now is some of the Jo Sonja's gloss varnish to be placed on the top. So I'll put some on this one so you can see, and what I usually do is just put it on one side and let it run down. Starting to get to the bottom, so I've got an old brush here because it does ruin my brushes. just coat that and then go the opposite way. And there you might see there now, we've got the gloss on there. I can see a few lines I've missed. I'll just go across again. And it just shows up all those iridescent colours. Isn't it beautiful? I'll just go over that again, up and down a few times. I usually do at least 3 coats, so I'll let that coat dry. I'll just put another coat on this one. I'll do this end first because that's the end that was so wet yesterday that didn't get any because it all smudged. But I think even though it's come up darker, it's still very attractive. What do you think? Do inside the lacing of the butterfly to make just a little bit more on this end. And there we are. I hope you've enjoyed me sharing my little craft that I used to do years ago, and what I learned years ago that I do every year because I really enjoy it. It's simple and soothing and anyone can achieve it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll put some more photos on as soon as I've got a few layers. Okay, here are the book covers finished with a few coats on the over the iridescent paints. Look at that. It just looks spectacular, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And the other one, I stuck a flower on this one as well. I thought that went with it quite nicely, the colours of it. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you picked up something you might like to take up and enjoy. Have a great day.